look at the right of the servants. So, now, let's not get slavery mixed up with servant. Okay? Because slavery is totally different than a servant. A servant is really willingness. Okay? So let's start with Exodus 21. Now these are the judgments which thou shalt set before them. If thou buy a Hebrew servant, not a slave, it's a servant, 6 years ye shall serve, and in the seventh he shall go free for nothing. Say a family is having a hard time paying for something, and you go to a son or daughter and say, look, we need money. Are you willing to go to this guy and serve him for however many years, 6 years at the most, can't go over 6, I just read it to you, for the money? If the kid agree or whatever, however it happened in those times, then let them go. Do it. Let them go serve them. But after it, they are allowed to go free. If he came in by himself, he shall go out by himself. If he came in that time, said, yes, I agree to it, it's fine. Let him go out by himself. If he were married, then his wife shall go out with him. If you get married in the meantime, they should go too. If his master has given him a wife, but now if she's gave to him, or he gave to her, then she have borne him sons or daughters, the wife and her children shall be her master's, and he shall go out by himself. And if the servant shall plainly say, I love my master, my wife, and my children, I will not go out free, then his master shall bring him into the judges. He shall also bring him to the door, or unto a doorpost. And his master shall bore his ear through with an awl, and shall serve him forever. Let's say that I was a servant of somebody, not a slave, I'm a servant, and I liked it because this guy made sure I had shoes on, had a roof over my head, food in my belly. I learned, I did what I needed to do, but I worked for him. I mean, I've got it great. I don't have to worry about money. I don't have to worry about this. I don't have to worry about that. I like it. Well, I'll say I want to stay this way. This is what it goes up to. So what if I have I'm Bart. I'm his. Because I allowed it. That's what I wanted to do. But I wouldn't want nothing bored in my ear, I'm going to tell you that. And if a man sell his daughter to be a maidservant, she shall not go out as the men servants do. Oh, there's difference between the man and the woman. Okay. Let's see what else he's got to say about the woman. If she pleased not her master, who hath betrothed her to himself, then shall he let her be redeemed. To sell her unto a strange nation, he shall have no power, seeing he hath dealt deceitful with her. If he have betrothed her unto his son, he shall deal with her after the manner of daughters. Get that one? If he take him another wife for her food, her raiment, and her duty of marriage, shall he not diminish. He has to take care of her. And if he do not these three unto her, then shall she go out free without money. Well, that right there pretty well much sums it up, doesn't it? I still like God's law. It makes you wonder, well, we've been doing this, and you're used to this. You're used to Satan's way. And we have to break away from Satan. God has his ordinance and his statutes and his laws the way he does for a reason. Let's just think about them before we knock them down. Another way that you can look at a servant is you go and put in an application at McDonald's. You are a servant. So I figured I would put in that kind of tidbit to show you really what a servant really is. And then that way then you can say, oh, I get it. It's not slavery. But the way that we were brought up, they say you are getting hired. But we are really slaves. Exactly. How much is really $1 worth? It's not worth anything. It's paper. You get a bill for a bill. Let's look at murder. Let's go to Exodus. We're still in 21. We'll start with verse 12. He that smiteth a man so that he die shall surely be put to death. Any of you murderers out there, you ought to die. You need to die. That's God's word. And if a man lie not in wait, and God deliver him into his hands, then I will appoint thee a place whither he shall flee. If he did not murder the person, he has a place to go that is a safe haven for him until he is proven guilty. So, you are in God's law, you are innocent until you are proven guilty. You go to the safe haven. But if a man come presumptuously upon his neighbor to slay him with gall, thou shalt take him from mine altar, that he may die. If he did it deliberately, let him die. And he that smiteth his father or his mother shall surely be put to death. You are supposed to respect your parents. Don't hit them. Don't mistreat them. Why does God say put them to death? I tell you why. Because if you let that child get by with that, next thing you know it, then they're going to try to get by with stealing and hurting other people and all. Raise them up. Look, be respectful. You can be respectful. And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hands, he shall surely be put to death. Every one of these people that brought these Africans over here and sold them, they all should be killed, because this is God's word. And he that curses his father or his mother shall surely be put to death. It's disrespect. You shouldn't be disrespecting. And if men strive together, and one smite another with a stone or with his fist, and he die not, but keepeth his bed, if he arise again and walk abroad upon his staff, then shall he that smite him be quiet. Only he shall pay for the loss of his time, and shall cause him to be thoroughly healed. Alright, if I hit somebody, we get in a fight and I hit somebody, and that person goes and lays in their bed and gets healed up, for all their time that they lost. I should go and help them out or pay them wages to till they get better. I mean, it's common sense to do that. If a man smite his servant or his maid with a rod, and he die under his hand, he shall surely be punished. You should be punished. Notwithstanding, if he continue a day or two, he shall not be punished, for he is his money. Why, it's self-explanatory. If man strive and hurt a woman with child, so that her fruit depart from her, and yet no mischief follow, he shall be surely punished according as the woman's husband will lay upon him, and he shall pay as the judge determine. I think that these cops that are out here pushing these women down that are pregnant, if the fathers would stand up and say, you killed my child, you hurt my child, and let them put the punishment on, they'll quit this crap. They won't be so mean to people. Now, let's try to keep in mind that the way the government is doing to everybody is not God's way. It's all Satan's way. Go on down, 23. And if any mischief follow, then thou shalt give life for life, an eye for an eye, and a tooth for a tooth, hand for hand, and foot for foot, burning for burning, wound for wound, stripe for stripe. Now I want y'all to remember also, this is the Old Testament. We live in the New Testament. The Old Testament is your schoolmaster. Okay? What does the New Testament say? Love your neighbor as yourself. If you love your neighbor as yourself, you're not going to want to hurt anybody. Okay? And if a man smite the eye of his servant, or the eye of his maid, that it perish, he shall let him go free for his eye's sake. And if he smite out his manservant's tooth, or his maidservant's tooth, he shall let him go free for his teeth's sake. If an ox gore a man or a woman, that they die, then the ox shall surely be stoned, and his flesh shall not be eaten, but the owner of the ox shall be quiet. But if the ox were wont to push with his horns in time past, and it had been testified to the owner, and he hath not kept him in, but that he kills a man or a woman, the ox shall be stoned, and the owner shall not be put to death. Oh, wait a minute. And his owner also shall be put to death. I read that wrong. If the guy knew that this ox was out pushing people and killing people, and he didn't do anything about it to the ox, well, yeah, he should be killed. He should be killed too. Why should that ox keep on going out? If I knew that my big old dog bit a person, as much as I love my dog, and I love my dog like I do my children, I'd put that dog down. Why? Because he will go out and he will hurt other people. He's not protecting me. If he is going out and just mauling people, he's not protecting me at all. He is taking and hurting me by hurting others. But now if they broke in my house and he mauled them, he's protecting me. He's doing his job. He deserves to live. Now, let's go on to 30. If there be laid on him a sum of money, then he shall give for the ransom of his life whatever is laid upon him. Look, if you want to live, you're going to have to pay for this. You need to pay. Hey, fine, I'll pay it. I'll live and pay it. whether you have gored a son or have gored a daughter, according to his judgment shall it be done unto him. If the ox shall push a manservant or a maidservant, he shall give unto their master 30 shekels of gold, and the ox shall be stoned. Now that one didn't make any sense. Alright, if the ox shall push a maidservant or a manservant, he shall give unto their master. I don't understand this one, so I'm going to pass it by, because it doesn't make any sense to me. So, we are looking into it, and we're seeing what God has to say about it. Now, these laws are not the laws or the ordinance. Now, these right here are God's word. They are ordinance and laws mixed. Because if you notice, we have death in this one. What does God's word say? The 10 Commandments, thou shalt not kill. So we have death in this one. But we have ordinance in here too, as you can tell. So I'm hoping that I help people understand. May God be on your brain, Jesus in your heart, and prayers in your mouth. Let's look at laws about property damage real quick. Go on down to, we're in Exodus 21, and we're going to get 33 on. And if a man shall open a pit, or if a man shall dig a pit, and not cover it, and an ox or an ass fall therein, the owner of the pit shall make it good, and give money unto the owner of them, and the dead beast shall be his. And if one man's ox hurt another, that he die, then they shall sell the live ox, and divide the money of it, and the dead ox also shall they divide. Or, if it be known that the ox has used to push in time past, and his owner hath not kept him in, he shall surely pay ox for ox, and the dead shall be his own. Well, that's the end of that one. We're going to continue on and see what else we can come up with. May God be in your mind, Jesus in your heart, and prayers in your mouth.